Hey everybody, it's Rob Sachetto here in my studio. Welcome to my studio. Welcome into the studio. It's Rob Sachetto, all around drawing guy, but mostly zombies. Yes, I am the Earth's premier zombie artist. I've drawn more zombies than anyone on Earth, and it continues every day on Zombie Daily, which we'll get to. But in the meantime, thank you very much for joining me here. I'm going to be doing what I promised all week and some of last week, and that is comics. I'm going to be doing a page from Cape Fear 2. And perhaps explaining some of the motions and page layout choices and things of that nature. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time. Yeah. So won't you join me? So I was really worried about doing Cape Fear 2, but I'm feeling a little better about it now. If you'd like to see some of the Cape Fear art that I've posted, check out Zombie Daily in the bonus post. Just type bonus in or Cape Fear into the search bar, and you can see some of the Cape Fear art I've done so far for the comic. It is a horror comic. It could best be described as Lord of the Rings meets X-Files. Yes, so it's written and illustrated by me, and it has actually this year has seen a huge increase in sales, man. I'm very happy about that. I can't believe, like, at cons, it's I have to check my inventory, man, because it's selling like hotcakes, and I'm not even kidding. I'm straight up when it comes to that kind of stuff, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not one of those guys who, I will tell you if things are crappy for me and when they're good too. It's part of life, man. I'm not going to hide, I'm not going to say, oh yeah, that con was great when it was actually awful for many reasons. Things like that, or I tried this. You know what? I'll tell you straight out right now. I tried out for cons. I thought, man, everybody's telling me to get stickers, man. Stickers are where it's at. Anything you do on a sticker is gold, So I'm like, okay, stickers, right on. So I get these stickers made, and they're beautiful. I get them done at Duplicators, a print shop close by my place, thankfully, man, and they're awesome. And they show me all their new products when they come out to see if I'm interested in any of them, right? Because there's a lot of cool stuff that people like, so I want to kind of accommodate that, obviously too. So I tried the stickers, didn't sell at all. Not at all. And even now, they're a hard sell. I have them at Bayou's Books, another wonderful used bookstore by my place. And they're awesome. They're so awesome. They sell a number of my prints and books and things. And we've had just a fantastic relationship over the years, Something you cultivate. I bought so many comics off those guys, man. And two, now I'm bringing comics to them, and I'm selling tons of stuff at their store. My goodness, it's wonderful. That's that's happening. So yeah, man. Even there, the stickers don't really sell well. I thought they'd be gone by now, but no, they're still there. I'm whoa. And what was the other thing that bombed? For me, anyway. For me, and I'm only saying that I'm only saying that's what I've experienced. And like I said, I'm going to tell you whether things work for me or not. And you know what? That might not be true of everyone at all. They might have even a better way of displaying things than I do. It's tough for me to display everything I have because I have so much stuff, right? So that kind of got in the way of selling stickers and trading cards, like an actual custom drawn cards too. I thought, man, those might sell awesomely, but and again, people are telling me for years, oh, do cards, got to do cards, like cards, and I'm like, okay, finally, I'm gonna do a test or a beta test and see. So I got like a few decks printed, and I put like custom sketch cards in some of them too. And still, they're really hard to sell. And again, they're hard to display too because of all of the other things I have, So, a person's not going to know that you have a zombie version of their zodiac sign, for example. So I have to kind of show a couple of everything I have. And I have I print probably 1,000 different images, so man, there's tons and tons of stuff, man. And if you want to see any of that, guys, just go to the Zombie Daily page and check that out on Patreon. The link is in the description below. All the zombie art that I do here and I have done over the years is pretty much there. I still have a lot of catching up to do, but hey, there's 4,000 images up there already, so check those out. Man, unlimited art. That spans across pop culture and beyond with traditional zombie art, a traditional zombie art flair to it. What words aren't good in that sentence, man? Everything is good in that sentence. So, yeah, check that out, man. Do yourself a favor. I think 97% of it is not behind a paywall. Some stuff I had to put behind a paywall. Some of the zombie pinup divas, they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't, and they still have are you 18 thing for me. There's nothing. I don't think anyway. I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's anything there that's going to offend anyone. But anyway, that's the protocol. That's their call. You know what? They're good. It's just stuff like that. I think everybody's kind of afraid to show. That dark nub in the center of the breast. It's oh, you can't even say it. You can't even say the word. Yeah, it's weird, man. It's weird. Weird. So weird. But yes, here is Cape Fear 2. I told you I was doing it. I told yous. I was gonna do it, man. I had to work it. I had to work up the nerve. 150 pages. Knowing that you have to do 150 pages of comics is a very daunting task. And I have a feeling this might be even more than that page wise, because I can kind of do whatever I want, right? It's my graphic novel. I don't have to stick to a certain format like a Marvel thing or a DC thing, which I think they do. They must, right? But I don't know if they do for everything, but I assume they do have a specific page count for graphic novels and things like that for the most part. Or at least they try to stay within that, right? Because pricing and all of those things. But yes, you are watching me draw Cape Fear 2 as I speak. Check the chat. Oh, I'm actually super early. Yeah, I'm super early. What time is it? It is like, okay, like it's 5:09, yeah. So, anyway, yeah, I was concerned. I was concerned about doing Cape Fear 2 because, again, like I have done 30 pages of it already, or something like that, like 27 or. Yeah, like I finished, like inked 27 or so pages of Cape Fear 2 already. But I did it probably 10, 15 years ago, maybe more. So, like, my art has changed in that time, you know, and I just didn't want there to, like, I didn't want those pages to go to waste. And then I was worried that I maybe wasn't as good as I was before. You know, or I would change, or I would have changed so much that people would be like, "Oh, wow, this is really different art." Like, I don't like it that much. Like, because I feel a lot of people do buy it because of the art. But then I wonder, do people even care or know in general? They just recognize good art. They won't kind of go, "Oh, he changed his style so radically," right? So yes, I was worried about all these things, right? And then I'm like, oh, and then too, the work. Like, the work is. It's astronomical, man. I don't know, I just find it is. Maybe that's because I put that much care and thought into it. Like, that's why it's like so sacred and like, oh man, you know, you really got to make sure you're doing everything you can to make it the best thing, you know. No plot holes, no like flimsy art, man. Like, consistency. And I was worried about that too. Like, I was really worried about, you know, consistency too, man. So, it's things you worry about. It's things you worry about when you're an artist type guy, person, lady. Yeah. So, as I mentioned earlier, check out the Zombie Daily page. Check out the newly revamped and always evolving for the best zombie portraits page. Oh my goodness, you'll have a ball. Like, you'll have a ball. There's going to be a new feature coming up on that, which will make it even more interesting, just to even like stay and watch. You know, even if you're waiting for, you know, an answer or something from me, you can just sit and watch the thing. That we're gonna try to make the site better. We always are, right? We're always trying to make the site better. But two, there's the blog, which I update every single day. So if you don't want to go to the Patreon page for whatever reason, you can see all the new stuff daily on the Zombie Portraits page in the blog daily. So, man, I'm a busy dude. I'm a bad man. Yeah, I'm a busy guy, man. And I love it. It's not a complaint. You know, I really enjoy chaos. I really enjoy chaos, man. You know, and here's the thing. I also enjoy order. Yes. It's that duality of man. But seriously though, yeah, like without order, you know, nothing can happen, right? Like, you need to have structure, man, like structure, you know, and that's what you realize that you need and acquire and want to acquire as you continue to, you know, gain experience in whatever you do, you know, in whatever you do. So that's kind of how I think operate, right? So I really want this creature. Oh God, wait! Oh, I can't wait till you guys see this one, man. I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited. It's true though. Oh my God. Of course I am. Why wouldn't I be excited about Cape Fear 2? Like, I'm like I'm just hoping to get into a better like flow with with the comic art. You know, I just want to get into a better flow with it, like adding that order to it. Like, okay, I have to put in this much each day, and you know, I can't like make excuses. Like, man, but man, that light table was so hot, man. In the hot days that we had, I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. Yeah, I was losing my mind. Yeah, so this is the page I was working on. This was the page I was working on. I tried to get done over there. Yeah, and it was so hot, man. But yeah, I should be doing more than like I should be. I should be doing a page a day, like layouts, or the you know kind of equivalent of what that is in the way I work, right? So, yeah, almost a page. Is that possible? No, you know what? A page every 2 days. Page every 2 days. I got to commit to that. You guys are witness. You guys are witness. I got to commit to that. I got to commit to the 1 page every 2 days. And I'll have to determine what constitutes a page being done. Like, is it this? Because I think I would do a bunch of layouts first before I would do this step. And I would do this step for all of them. You know what I mean? I like to keep things ordered that way. See, again, right? The order. You have to kind of have that, right? It's great to be an artist and stuff, but like, you know, if you want to try to like kind of make money and make it your life, yeah, there's a lot to sort of consider, you know. A lot of good things too. A lot of good things, you know. There's a lot of good things to having your own sort of business, right? Like going to cons is really important, I think, you know. Going to cons and sort of being seen out in the public, doing your thing, I think is kind of important, you know. So for an artist, like again and you know what I'm talking about, like the kind of thing that I do, right? I'm not talking about being a gallery artist or anything like that. Like there's different protocols for different sort of art vocations, right? So what I'm mostly commenting on is you know what I kind of do, which is a freelance artist kind of, but that has a well-worn business, like a business that's been around for a long time. Like it's gonna be 20 years. It's gonna be 20 years. It's gonna be 20 years. Next year is the 20th anniversary of Zombie Portraits, man. That is trippy. That is very trippy, man. So yeah, yeah. Been doing this for 20 years. Yes, it's crazy. Like crazy. But yes, man. You know, it's a grind for sure. But I think that's how people kind of perceive it. But I just love it so much. Like I could just doodle like this all day long. You know what I mean? Yeah, and like create things and like tell stories and like all of that stuff. I just love doing that, right? So call it what you will, you know. So this character, this creature, what have you, it's gonna kind of be very dark, but the outer parts that you can see will have sort of that Bernie Wrightson-ish, Kelly Jones-ish, maybe not so. Yeah, see, I say that and I'm already like, maybe I could put a little bit of salt and pepper in there, you know, like an Ernie Chan, you know, put some Ernie Chan in there, Ernie Chan inking. You know, you can never. I can never go like fully black ink. I can never go fully black ink. I always have to have little things in there. Yeah, bits and bytes. Got some bits and bytes going on in there. Every handful's a whole new mouthful. Every mouthful's a whole new handful. Méli mélo. That's what the French call it. Bits and bytes. Méli mélo. It's true. Yeah, man. You know, just talking and drawing, like, you know, stream of consciousness stuff. Anything that pops into the cabeza. You know, again, a lot of the texture and stuff that I do is again sort of derived from that like rough hewn type inking or penciling style. Textured, very textured. You know, I like that. I love textures. I just love, you know, I love decay. When a log is decaying and you know, there's like fungus in there, lichen and all kinds, like, man, that shiz turns me on, man. Like, that is, I love that stuff. Like, artistically, there's so much stuff going on in there, even color wise, and even the way like the sun hits some of the things. Man, there's so much going on in there. You know, and I love that. You know, and I love to like draw that, and I like to sort of, if you see some of my nature art, it very much has to do with a lot of decay. So yeah, if you want to check that out, it is at Zombie Daily. Actually, it is at the Patreon page, Zombie Daily Patreon page. It is type in bonus or nature into the search bar, and boom, you're seeing some of my nature art, man. And like, you'll see what I'm talking about with that, like, really textured, super tactile textures and surfaces and things like that, and colors and things in rot. You know, a rotting stump or something in the bush, or, you know, root system around it, and I just love that stuff. I can look at that all day long, man. Yes, nerd, knerd, Dr. Shenard, and to think I hesitated. Hellraiser, man. Hellraiser in the house, man. Ah! Yeah, just, you know, thinking of things, drawing stuff and such. This creature is, all I'm going to say, all I'm going to really tell you about it is he is a amorphous blob kind of thing, as you can see, and a melty, dark, ugly, morphing, kind of like he's sort of unstable, like his flesh is unstable, so it's constantly sort of moving, and he's trying to keep his eyes in place and stuff. New parts are being like, new parts are appearing and being rejected at the same time. Like, you know, he's nowhere near a full power, physical form. He's kind of just gloopy and sinewy, and stuff's not in the right place. So that's his sort of, that's all I'll say about him. This character. Character. It's a high school library, so they might have different shelving units in there due to budget cuts. You got to think of those things. Got to think of those things. You know, of course, a read poster up there. Got to have that, read, and then maybe I'll draw like a little, you know, owl. Because, you know, that's a poster that you'd see. It looks like Batman. I'm keeping it. I'm keeping my baby. Yeah, I'm keeping my baby. Yeah, I'm keeping that owl, man. He looks kind of like Batman, but I'm keeping it. And you know what? Yeah, yeah. There's another classic library type sign. Shh. You know, right? You gotta think of those things. You gotta think of those things. You know, trying to make things kind of authentic, or at least like easily deciphered. You know, make that environment sell. You know, even if sometimes it might be a little obvious or cheesy or something. It's like, well, that's life, right? Like you think of things that you would see. You know, in a library. Notice I said library, not berry. Yeah, you will not ever not get a Simpsons reference. Each and every time. And I like to put these kind of veins in that blackness. The Stygian darkness. Yeah. Kind of designy. You know, part of it is, too, I want people to forget they saw its face, even if it has not really a face. So putting those things on the outer, like on the outer fringes of the face like that, draws attention to them. You know. Guys, buy original art, man. There's not gonna be a lot of it left. There's not gonna be a lot of it left in a little while, and you know you'll be like, oh man, it was so cheap at one time, and now it's like impossible to even find. It'll be like that thing on Blade Runner where, you know, is that a real snake? It's like, no, are you kidding? Type of thing. So yeah, man, that's one of the first AI things. It's just a printout. It's worthless. Even the first AI thing ever done, first AI art ever done is still worthless. Yeah, guys, I highly recommend that. Get some original art while you still can. Yeah, he's a drooling, disgusting, hideous ghoul. But yeah, we're gonna add some nice. Oops. Oh, sorry, guys. Oh man, I hope that wasn't too. Okay, sorry. You know what? It's just that this page is way bigger. I'm gonna check my 9 more often. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I didn't mean to get off the page there. So yeah, my apologies. I'll check my 9 better. From now, Juan of the Dead. I haven't seen that. I hear it's not bad. I perhaps will watch it. Is it Juan of the Dead? Yeah, Juan of the Dead, yeah. Yes, zombie movies. I picked up The Relic the other day. The Relic. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's who I hope he doesn't call back. I hope he takes the hint. Let's see. You know what? Let me just have the rough right underneath here. I just want to see what I did there. There we go. Yeah, he's not getting it. He's not getting it. Okay. Oh, come on. Sorry, guys. Man, okay, this is not good. I have to move. Gotta move, gotta shoot web line. Thwipped. Yeah, there's just way too much congestion here. Yeah. Like, look, this ruler's just hanging from that. Come on now. All right, here we go. Oh yeah. I gotta package these up. I gotta package the Pokemons up for tomorrow's Witches and Weirdos event at the Crusoe Club. So yeah, guys, anyone local, check that out, man. I think it's 12 to 4 at the Crusoe Club. So give that. Put that in your daily planner for tomorrow. I'll have some fresh, funky, new, fresh, crazy, silly, fresh new art, and a lower price on something too. So if you were thinking of getting it, now's your chance. And much more. I will be drawing all these guys. I'll be actually inking them all. So yes, that is another attraction. Another reason. Watch the guy draw stuff. Yes, I always bring. I always bring art with me to do. Again, here this is that kind of Bernie Wrightson. Those fingers, like with the dark underneath, yeah, because of shadows, yeah, heavy shadows, man. That's what I loved, well, that's what you love about Bernie stuff, like his just incredible, oh wow, like ink brush work, like impeccable line work. Like that is some turn of the century magazine etching artist inking, man. Like wow, man. Yeah, Bernie Wrightson, man. Yeah, the story about the whole what was it, the Beauty and the Beast? He was supposed to do an adaptation, and he did most of it, I think. It's got to be out there somewhere, of Beauty and the Beast, I think. And but they didn't have the budget to continue, or they canceled the project or whatever. And then, like, mid-stroke, he just stopped because it wasn't a paying job anymore. And he just left that piece there, and it's like worth many hundreds of thousands. Actually, speaking of which, and to further my point about buying original art, there was a Detective Comics, Batman comics, painted by Jock, the artist Jock, who works for many different comic book publishing companies. Did the cover of it, and the original just sold for $288,000. Yeah, $238,000 for a comic book cover, like original. So yes, there you go. Look that up, man. That just happened, I think, either today or yesterday. But like, yeah, to my recollection, my timing is awful, man. Like, whew, not sure what day or time it is half the time. But yes, check that out, man. $288,000. I think it was number 668. The cover to 668. No, I can't remember I'm not that much of a savant. I had it there for a second, but I lost it. Could have been 668. Could have been. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I was right. Maybe I am. Maybe I am a mutant. Lousy mutant. But yes, that is a lot of money, man. That's a lot of cheddar, as they say. You know. So yes, guys, buy some original art from a living artist. You know, today as soon as you can. And, you know, that, my friends, I believe, is an investment. I really, really do. Because, man, there's not going to be a lot of us doing that anymore. And there won't even be a reason. Like, you know, there won't even be a reason, right? Like, it'll just be the last remaining freaks like me going, no, I will never stop doing this, you know, and, like, you'll buy my brush out of my golden hand, you type of guys, you know, who just will stick to this. But yeah, man, like, buy it now, it'll be like land, you know. There. Sorry. There's some nice horrific drawings for comics. So you're watching me, Rob Succhetto, inventor of zombie portraits, writer and artist of the Zombie Handbook, drawing Cape Fear 2. Yes, I also do comics, because I can't stop the drawing. I can't stop the drawings. Yeah, like I don't have enough to do. Cape Fear 2. Yes. And so, yeah, after long last and much asking and wondering by fans, I'm finally doing it. I'm finally doing Cape Fear 2. Possibly a Cape Fear 3. I don't know if I have it in me, but I'm going to try, because, yeah, it is a trilogy. It is a trilogy. You know, I think I have a lot to say in the story and subsequent stories, but I think that's like it for it. I want to do something else. I want to do another comic, you know, something else that's much different. So there's humor in it, and I don't mean like, you'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean. But yeah, don't get me wrong. I love to do Cape Fear 3, but man, it's a long way off. First of all, and I have to perfect the script, because I don't know where it is, and I can't. Anyway, I'm gonna have to. I know some of it. I just I think I actually even drew most of it. Yeah. But I didn't like the art. I didn't think it was good enough. Yep. So, yeah, man. Like, there's tons of stuff out there that I've never shown, like comic book stuff. You know. Oh man. Yeah, it's crazy. maybe one night you guys like we could all get together and I'll show you some of the art from it. You know, if you want to have like a watch party or some whatever works. You know, we could do something like that, and I'll show you some of that art because like there's so much of it, but at the same time it's like, was it good enough? And I don't know, like I just didn't think it was. So yeah. Anyway. It's just interesting how like that artist mentality kind of makes you second guess things, right? And then, you know, people would never even notice, but you do though, right? Yeah, it's one of those things. Neuralgia. I got neuralgia. Some kind of neurosis, neuralgia. Yeah, I don't want to make him seem at all. You know what? I was going to say sympathetic, but you know, part of the mystery of this character is that I know who it is. But when you're reading it, you won't know what's going on. Well, you will. That's one thing. Like, that's why it's taking so long. It has taken so long, and like 3 will take a longer time too, because I don't want to confuse people. I want people to enjoy the story. I want everything like laid out and easy to read, but still being a complex, you know, story with a lot of moving parts, a lot of characters, right? And they all you know, they all interact. There's all a reason for them to do that. You know, there's there's a flow, right? And you know that kind of switching back and forth from scene to scene sometimes to let a scene breathe and all of those little considerations, right? In that's kind of how I approach it, you know, when I write, right? And then you know, I'll write it. I'll read it like 10 times over, and go, man, like if I didn't know that, would that make sense? So I really scrutinize the delivery of you know, how the art, how the words and art, you know, come together. That's kind of hard, man. Like, you know, I've never done it formally, so it's like, well, that's not true. I have, but not in a like Marvel way or DC way capacity, you know. So yeah, I worked for indies. And yeah, man, I kind of didn't want to do comics. I thought they would take too long and be too hard and not pay the amount of money needed to continue doing it. I didn't think, you know. And the main reason I didn't get into comics, become a comic book illustrator, zombie portraits. I wanted to continue just doing zombie portraits, and I didn't want to be, you know, there's no way I could have done both. There's no way on earth, like, there's just no way I could have done both, right? So I kind of didn't get into doing comics as a result of that, where I kind of could have. You know, there was a point in time where I could have, and you know, yeah, I didn't. You know, because yeah, I wanted to see how I would do on my own. That's scary, man. Now that I think about it, it's like, you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Yeah, like maybe I wasn't sure about that. You know, but you gotta do things. I don't recommend it to everybody, but like, man, I really had a feeling about I had a feeling about Cape Fear too, but Cape Fear as well, but not as much as the zombie portraits. business, like, and service. That was my like thing that I thought I could grow. Especially with Zombie Daily, right? Especially with Zombie Daily. Yeah. Coming up with so much like content that is, like, people really want to see that. Who doesn't want to see like traditional zombie art from pop culture? Like that's just a no-brainer, man. Like, it's always exciting. So it's, to me anyway, and hopefully to you guys, obviously, right? I hope you guys, dig the stuff. Otherwise, I guess you wouldn't be here. So yeah. So yes, man. Like, just doing all that stuff over the years, wanting to do that more, not wanting to bend the knee or be tied down to anything, even though that regular paycheck is always great. And yeah, like a lot of Marvel guys get notoriety, like they get a fan base too. That's a great way to get a fan base, and rightfully so, right? Because if you like a person's art, like, you know what? I always ask you guys to, like, thumbs up the video and subscribe to the channel and stuff. And like, I do that. Like, I kind of practice what I preach, I think, is what I'm trying to say, because I watch a lot of YouTube, like a lot, and I consciously think of liking that person's thing a lot. Like, I'm very conscious of that, and I just hope that you guys think of that too, and hit the like button and subscribe. Too, I subscribed to like probably 10 new things in the last few months. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting kind of like, I don't know why, but I'm getting kind of like, yeah, okay, I like the 3 minutes I've seen of this guy, so I'll subscribe. It's like almost that easy for me now. Whereas before I was like, should I subscribe to this? I was a little more had a little more scrutiny. But, I'm like, who cares? I can always unsubscribe from this thing if I don't like it, or if they never put out, any more content. That's kind of more the thing. If they don't put out any content for like, over a year or two, it's like, okay, well, I guess they're not doing it anymore. But, yeah, I put out, I think, a lot of content, a lot of fun stuff too. And, again, watching my 9 here, making sure that you guys can see what I'm kind of doing, because that's the point. I'm going to take that line out of there. That's the point. I need a straight edge. Oh, yeah. Here comes everybody. Here comes the cavalry. Talking to my pens. Talking to my pencils. They're the only ones that ever loved me. Oh, God. And so forth. Anyway, making this look like a sort of a school library, high school library, having those, I'm going to put those kind of round lights up there, but it'll be better. They'll be better when I ink them. Just kind of applying them right now. There. Another poster or banner. Yeah, I don't know. I'll put something on it later. But I like the shush one. I like the shush one. You know what? Maybe I'm going to straighten up and fly right. Never. There. Yeah. All right. Good. Good. Yeah. There's some nice bookcases. So this creature, character, what have you, is breaking into a glass window, and he looks in and he sluices down, and he gets to the bottom and he looks around, and there's bookshelves all around him. So it looks like he's in the basement library of a school. And that's the story I've told. Just with this page. There is a page preceding this where you see there's more of an establishing shot of the school and all that stuff. But I've essentially told that story visually with this page alone. And again, that's like kind of, trying to be a little conservative or putting a little, like, actually streamlining your storytelling, by kind of doing that. I could probably stand on this as being people knowing what it is based on the visuals, but I do a little more. I'm adding the establishing shot, and there'll be more cues that it is a high school library in the future. But as it is, if you look, he breaks into a window, looks down, and then goes down into the window, and then lands in what seems to be a library. But it's got like those goofy posters and stuff on the walls, so you kind of know it's a school, maybe not a public library, or a more distinguished kind of Library of Congress, or City Hall or whatever, right? So you wouldn't see those posters there. So yeah, if you look very closely, it tells the story, with the art. I like that. Like, I like that, doing that, being economical is what I kind of stress there. So yeah, that is pretty much I don't even know what page number it is, to be honest. That is pretty much the page, a page from Cape Fear 2. And yeah, I'm just adding the more pressing details, and that's about it. But it's almost done. Like, it's almost complete. I'm gonna maybe add some depth here and make this wall black. But before it hits the ceiling, it'll have some reflective light implied. Perhaps here as well. Oops. Perhaps here as well. I'm really sorry about not being in frame there, guys. Like, I'm working with an 11 by 17 page, and it is it's hard to work with. So this is going to be black in there, and that's going to be curtain, that's going to be black, that's going to be curtain, that's going to be black. That's going to be curtain. So yeah, determining what is what and where it is, and what the shadows on it are, like how they go, and the form, the function, trying to establish that this is a break-in, as you know what, you can see, right, because the glass is being like shot outwards, so you could tell that this arm is coming in, and this is a rock. I'll make that more apparent. But yeah, this is a rock. That's, I'll make it look more like a rock. And that's blasting through the window, because this arm threw it, right? So again, that tells a story. It's simple, right? Yeah. And, you know, these are things, you know, that go to pacing in the comic and all that stuff, right? You do want to show this, but you don't want it to take too much precious time from other areas, right? So you try a very economical way of drawing, you know, the panels, putting as much information into the panels as possible. You know, and that's what I kind of think of, and I kind of think like that's how I do it, you know. So that's what I want to accomplish, and that's what kind of does, you know. Yes, there's lots of detail and all that stuff, but like the actions are very telling. You know, there's a lot of storytelling going on in the action. You know, yeah. And with these books in the back, I'll probably end up adding like lots of little details and things. Oops, like, you know, I'll put like another book leaning there or something, and I'll put, you know, so that it'll look lived in. It'll look like a lived in. I love doing that, right? Making things look like, you know, realistic in real terms, or hyper realistic in many cases as well. You know, amping up the realism to you know, sort of prove a point, or drive home a point rather, or you know, tell a story. You know, so different line weights and inking, you know, inking styles. They manifest themselves to tell that story. You know, from your repertoire of inking abilities and artistic abilities that you learn over time. Yes, there. So again, that is nice, and you know that this area here is nice and sort of three-dimensional, and you can see I just drew this. This is all sort of done while we're talking, and I'm drawing, you know. This actually will be black here, and so I put X's in. I want to really, when I ink this guy, I will really make him darker, a lot darker than I think he is. I want to kind of show him more in shadow. So whatever you see here will be a basis for, I think, a lot darker inking for this character. Yeah. So because he looks pretty detailed right now, but I think I'm going to take him down to like almost like alien, like, you know, the alien from Aliens type of darkness, you know, I think. And shininess, I think, too. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I think that should be. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just fixing stuff, you know. I thought I could maybe tell the story of this hand a little clearer. There. I like that better. Yeah. And there we go. That's pretty much the comic book page that I'm going to ink when I get a little bit more done. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Adding a little bit of shadow in there. And you know, you can tell he's lumbering, you know, by his gait, by the by the way I've drawn him, like hunched over, and his leg, thumping along the floor, type of thing. There. Yeah. And, he's all goopy. I'll make him probably way more goopy and that. Yeah. Guys, check out my Patreon page. It is called Zombie Daily. All of the art that I do here gets posted onto Zombie Daily every day. So it is an amazing page full of traditionally drawn art of pop culture. Things all across the pop culture landscape and beyond, far beyond. Man, if you know what, all you people that love Godzilla, and who doesn't? Oh man, there is so much Godzilla stuff on there. I checked out. I don't know if you guys were in my last during my last live stream. I mentioned that DeviantArt is like, a hotbed for like Godzilla lovers, like kaiju lovers, and that's awesome, right? So that Godzilla, that zombie Godzilla -1 that I did a little while back, a couple days ago, I posted that on DeviantArt, and it's got like, I don't know, over 3,000 views and like 65 likes, or not likes. What do you call it? Favorites. Like, so people have favorited it in terms of like putting it in their collection, right? So that's what that means on DeviantArt. It's not just like liking it; it's you're putting that drawing or art or whatever in your collection. So that's really cool. That's why, like if you wanna get, I think that's one of the best ways to get followers on DeviantArt is to do anything Godzilla, Yeah, no matter what it is, like there'll be you'll get some people just interested in your art because of that alone. If you tag it, right? Yeah. Like, do your version of Godzilla, like whatever your art style, doesn't matter what it is, There, I've given you, those, those advertising things that it's like, oh yeah, I'll teach you how to get this many followers, or I'll show you how to do this, whatever, and it's only like $20. I've given you $20 worth of information right there. By saying that, if you want to get over on DeviantArt, man. If you're an artist and you want to get over on DeviantArt, do a Godzilla thing. Yeah. It just so happens I love Godzilla anyway, so win-win. But no, it's a great. There's a lot of fans of kaiju there. So yeah, do a version of Godzilla in your style, man, and post it. And for sure you'll get tons of views for sure. Whether or not people stay is up to y'all, right? But yeah, man. And you know what I actually do? Like when I do Godzilla and kaiju zombie art, or just even regular art, I think about that. I think about those fans. Like, I think about those people on DeviantArt who are like real Godzilla fans, So I'm like, I gotta make it look extra good. I gotta make it look extra good for them, Yeah, and if you want to see some straight up Godzilla art, like that isn't zombie related, or that isn't zombified, except for one. I did I think probably 15 or 16 different versions of Godzilla from over the years on colored paper with pen and ink. Check out that series, man, on my Patreon page, my Zombie Daily page. Just type in Godzilla, kaiju, whatever, into the search bar, and you'll see like a ton of them, and like other colored paper stuff too, like Wolverine. All these other characters, man, like in with colored paper. Nosferatu. Yeah. So check that out, man. Check it out. Look at that. You know what? I could probably do a page. Yeah, I could do a page every 2 days, right? You know, I do have the whole thing, of course, what do you call it, storyboarded, or I have the thumbnails for the entire story. So, and I actually staged some of the story with some of my friends. I actually took the photos of a staged part of Cape Fear 2. So it took place in a bar. And I have those photos that I will use as reference too, which will make things a little easier, you know, because I have reference, right? I have the cool reference, so I'll use that. I'll use the reference shots, right? And they coincide with the thumbnails anyway, because they were taken from the thumbnails. Those photos were taken, you know, with the thumbnails in mind, right? So yes, I have that. I have references. So that'll help. Listen to me all whining about doing comics. Eh? Shut up. Yes, there we go. There is. Hey man, there is some nice comic booky feels going on here, man. Yeah, broken glass. Yes, broken glass. You know, it looks like broken glass. I've been around broken glass before, as have you guys. You know, so hey, use that experience in your art, man. Like, use that experience of, you know, oh, I cut myself on it too, you know, and go, what did it feel like? You know, use that in when you're drawing the thing, you know, when you're drawing the thing that you're drawing, use those experiences. Just think about them. And you know, that hand-eye thing will kind of, you know, help. I'm not going to say it's going to do the work for you, but it will. I do believe very strongly that it will aid in you drawing better, because of the very nature of what that is. You know, just thinking about and remembering the feel of it, or whatever. You know, an experience. I really do think it helps you draw that thing. So there's a little tip for y'all. I know I do. You know, like right now I'm trying to think, like the weight of those curtains. I don't like what I'm doing here, man. I have to change it, and yeah, like I have to think more about the weight of those curtains. Yeah, yes. See, just thinking about it, I'm like, okay, yes, that's what they're very much like, that thick, like almost burlap, that kind of yeah, that kind of almost scratchy. So you know, you think about it, and it sort of helps, right? It helps, because sometimes you really need it. Yeah, because you can be a really good artist, but man, you can sort of flub something if it's just not in your wheelhouse that moment, you know, for that moment in time. Like, I think I'm floundering with these effing curtains, man. Like, they were so easy before. See, now I'm overthinking them. Yes, see, that is crazy. If you guys saw, okay, here it is. Look, that's how I handled it in the rough. Like, that looks way better. Just as like scribbles. See what I'm talking about? Yeah. Now I'm way overthinking them. And now they're like forced in there. Yeah, that sucks. This, man, I can't tell you how much, like, this is process stuff. Like, this is such a process, you know, especially like what I'm doing right now in terms of like changing things on the fly and being frustrated with like yeah, I'm even going to take these out for now. You know what? Yeah. I'll tell you what. Yeah. Is that gonna work? I think that one works. I don't think this one works. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to apply them first. You know, again, I shouldn't be doing this at this point. You know, like I should have already figured this out, but because they were like super beautifully vague, I kind of whiffed on it. I kind of whiffed on these, on these curtains. Yeah, they had to be way broader, and I was going too stiff. All right. Yeah, but man, this is it. This is the process, right? Like, you know, I know I've heard, because I only know things because people have told me. I would never presume people do anything, but people have told me that they get these blocks and it's like impossible to sort of, you know, break out of it, or they have no creativity all of a sudden, or whatever. And it's like, man, I can really help you. You know, I can really help you. You know, combat those things. You know, if you like, because I always have something to do. Like I always have something to draw. Like that will never not be a thing. You know, I'm just testing this out to see if it works. I think it'll only work if it's this thick. Oh, you got, okay. Sorry. I think it's gonna work. I want to show the top of the, yeah, first of all, that glass ain't happening, man. It's way too thick. Again, working stuff out. I'm working stuff out, man. I'm gonna try to, man, I don't know. Is that a great angle? I think this might be better. Is that better? I don't know. Let's see. See if anyone's out there. No, okay. Yeah, so just drawing the curtains here, yeah, they were really starting to implode on me. So yeah, I had to change them, and I shouldn't have had to at that point, but sometimes that happens. So there we go. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. Yeah, I like that much better. I think I'm gonna just make those glass things a little bit more glassy, and I'm gonna put the top of the frame there, so it actually is more angled, you know. And I'm gonna add this. Now, everything that, this will be like light coming in, you know, these lines. So it's going to be black down here. Black. It's going to be black down there. So I used to work at a camera or a photography store called Blacks. And yeah, Blacks cameras, or just Blacks, I think. Actually, maybe both at different times, because it went through different owners. Yeah, but yeah, a genuine camera store like a film, and we developed film. People brought their film, and yes, how about that, man? Talk about a store that need no longer exist. Like, yeah, wow. So that was interesting for a few years. Yeah. I kind of tried to always have jobs, and, you know, after my grunt work type jobs, no offense, none taken. After my grunt work type jobs where, you know, it was like just labor and stuff, like I did a lot of labor jobs. I never did food service, but I always kind of wanted to. I always thought I would do well because I actually care about people. I know that sounds crazy, but like I think I would, you know, do well because I have that like idiotic sunny disposition. I don't know if I could do that now, but back then I could probably have done that, especially if I knew I'd be making money. You know what I mean? Because that's important, man. Like I had comics to buy. No, like seriously, like you know, when I was that age, I'd be like, yeah, any way to make money is good, you know. So, yeah, because you know you got to think of I was thinking of my future, man. Future, you idiot, fool, worm. So, this is my studio, guys, and welcome to my studio. I am Rob Succhetto. If you're just tuning in, I'm doing some comic book art today, as I, you know, finally, I promised I would, and finally I'm doing it, because it's not as hot as it was during the week. So yeah, doing some comic book stuff. And the reason why the heat is so brutal for the comic thing is it literally disturbs the surface when it's that humid. Like the surface of your paper is altered, and it's actually altered probably the next day too, and theoretically forever. But it kind of comes back to its, you know, original sort of, I guess, sheen or surface texture under, you know, normal conditions, right? So yes, you know, you could almost drink the air, man. It was so like humid and unbelievably hot. And yeah, I didn't want to do comics. Sorry, because I had to put them on the light table because I did the layouts. Right? And I was doing the you know, the final pencils kind of thing on the paper. And I had to use a light table for that, so just like an extra bit of heat. So no, I didn't do that. There. And there'll be other little things here and there when I ink this. But hopefully you guys can kind of get the idea of what you know, what I'm kind of doing here. It's not rocket science, but you know what? It's carefully laid plans, because you can, you know, and you want people to be able to understand what you're telling them, right? It's really about communication. Like communication is really important when it comes to, you know, doing comics. That's the whole That's the whole kind of point, right? Is communicating with other people, you know, telling them, you know, what's going on, man. And the language you use visually will do that. Yeah, just adding a little bit more here and there. You know, we can see those posters, but it's dark. Like it's dark. It's dark in the library because it's nighttime and there's no lights on. So this thing is skulking around, whatever it is. Blink. And yes. So Cape Fear 2, man. That's what I'm working on right now. if you didn't know. And you know what? I'm going to add some of those beautiful, like, Art Adams-ish sort of, showing the roundness. Those beautiful, like, lines that kind of show the roundness, mid-spine, I guess, that Art Adams kind of pioneered. Or perfected, maybe. Other artists, I think, used that language, but, like, the way Art Adams sort of did them on all surfaces, or more surfaces, maybe, is kind of more indicative of his art style. Yeah, whom I love. I love his work, of course. His Godzilla stuff is amazing. Any kaiju stuff that Art Adams touches is awesome. So, you know what, guys? That is a page. We're going to call that a page. I pretty much know where everything's going to go from this point. I know the values and, where the blacks are going to go and things of that nature. I'm going to have to, like, amend some of the things here because, I want those fingers to show, even though it's black. And that's why I don't always use tons of black, because, I kind of want things to show. I'm going to have to put those things, but that usually comes at the inking stage. I don't usually do, because I know I'm going to do that. Like, that's a given, right? So there we go. That's it. And you know what? Here it is. Like, this is how neurotic I am. This is how neurotic I am. Like, this is the layout page. And that's taken from a rough, which is taken from a thumbnail. So, like, here's the pencil thing, and here's the layout, So yeah, like I want to plan everything kind of like, I want to make sure everything's sort of, and like they're very different. They're very different. This is more like almost, you can almost see this on like Batman Adventures or something, It's Clayface or whatever. And then here it's like a totally different, looks more like an inside-out chimpanzee or something, man, like from The Fly, it comes out of there. Yeah, so, so it's very different because it's a horror book, man. Like, I want to put more, gristle in it, man. Like, add more gristle, man. Gristle and bone and flesh, melting flesh and things like that. But again, like this is the very simplistic kind of, version. Layout, and then this is the, fully penciled, and then of course I'm gonna ink that, so it's gonna change a little bit again. Yeah, a little bit again. Might even change this right now. There, see, just adding more motion. I want there to be more motion, right? Like he's really skulking. Yeah, he's got that nice crooked spine going on there, Yeah. So there. This is how I do it. This is how I do it. Like, it might not be the way it's done. But Rob don't know any better. He don't. You don't, damn it. So, here we go. I'm going to do some inking, man. I'm going to do some inking. This was a lost. I found this drawing like amongst a bunch of pages, and I'm like, I didn't even finish this. I totally forgot about it. So that's what I mean by having a ton of stuff around all the time to do. So that's another one. That's a new one. This one's almost finished, as is this one, and this one's on its way. So yeah, I got a lot of zombie pinup divas going on. Got to hit that milestone for Halloween. 1,100 zombie pinup divas by Halloween of this year. So guys, check that out on the Patreon page. Man, you'll see all of the zombie pinup divas there. Or most of them, many of them. There's some that are behind a paywall because I kind of those were the Patreon kind of rules, so I had to abide by that, of course. You know, if I have to, man, for a platform that does a lot of stuff for me, I'll do that. Like, I never want to be, like, kind of a problem on things like that, because why, right? They're like, you know, those platforms are great for, you know, visibility and stuff like that. So, yeah, man, like, I like those. So yeah, I don't mind playing by the rules if I have to. Like, I know the deal, you know. So yeah, and it's great to have like a place where all of your work is online too, so people can see it easily. You know, for anybody, you know, for any or for anybody, for any artist, you know, who wants to, you know, show their work and stuff. Having an online presence is always great, man. You know, makes it a lot easier. I don't think I even have to say that. I think everybody kind of knows, obviously. But I still kind of see some artists without much of a presence out there, and you know, maybe I want to see more of their work. So, yeah. Also, someone brought up in the chat before that they wanted me to do a portfolio review for them, because I used to do portfolio reviews, and yeah, I don't mind doing that at all. Like, I can do it like on YouTube, like I did some of them already. But I have to caution people, like, not to, you know, take it personally, because it's just a critique. And I have to kind of, like, just say, you know, if you kind of can't handle that right now, maybe, you know, give it some time before I do a critique. Because I have to be honest, like, there's no other way. Like, there's no other way you're going to improve unless you get honest, you know, critique. You know, and that's me too. That's everybody, man. Like, that's everybody. We always want to know what our contemporaries, peers, you know, superiors. Yeah, I'm gonna say it because they are. Like, they've done more. They have more experience and whatever. So yeah, that, like, there is that component too. I want to see. Or I want critique from a person who, you know, is far beyond me in my capabilities also, right? Like, that's kind of the point. You know, maybe they have more of a capacity to see that. And I'm not saying, too, that you have to, like, live and die by their thing, by what they say, because there's a lot of dicks out there, too. I'm not going to consider that as much, but, like, all I'm saying is, people have been told that they'd never be this or that or whatever, but because of their passion, they kept trying. They had their own voice and created something that was utterly unique. But what I'm saying is, usually critiques, you know, are kind of a general thing, right? You know, if it's about your storytelling, like, ways to improve your storytelling. Oh, try this. You know, this actually works better. Like, those kind of critiques too, right? So yeah, those really help, man. Those really help. Don't be afraid of them. Like, sometimes they're tough to take. I took it too, man. I took it too, and I ain't got it all my damn self, man. Like, you know, you know, I'm not the best artist in the whole universe. You know, I keep working at it, and I enjoy it. You know, and I enjoy doing it for people. But yeah, I'm not. You know, I'm not the best artist in the world. Come on, nah. Yeah, there's, like, man, there's so many cool, great artists out there. For now. For now. Who knows what AI tomorrow will bring? Isn't that always the way, though, right? It's always like, oh, this AI program got 10 million views because of this, but this artist never got any views because of all of this. And it's like, it's very, it's very deflating. It's very deflating, you know, when you hear that kind of nonsense, right? But what are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do? It is what it is, you know. You just have to overcome it. Be unique. Work hard. I'm gonna try to do this for you guys so you can kind of see better. Yeah, and you know what, man? Like, try reaching the people, man. Try reaching the people. Try reaching the fans. AI can't do that. AI can't. AI doesn't give a flying fig about it. You know, about you. You know. It'll make something. It won't create something. You know. It doesn't have the capacity to think on its own. It needs other humans for that. Like, you know, and it'll never be able to reproduce anything a human could do ever. It just can't. You know. So you're always going to be getting like second rate, third rate, fourth rate garbage from AI, you know. Yeah, it's sad, man. It's sad, but what can you do? I'm just gonna keep rocking and rolling, man. I'm just gonna keep rocking and rolling. I'm gonna be a great big star, great big shining star. Yeah, I'm gonna keep rocking and rolling, man. Like, I'm gonna keep drawing the zombies, and yeah, man. I'm gonna keep enjoying it, you know. And I hope you guys do too. You know. I hope you guys stick with me and enjoy the ride, so to speak. Oh, hey, Philip Gandy, how's it going? Gandy? Yes, Gandy. Yes, of course. It's like candy. How you doing, man? Thanks for stopping in and checking the live feed out, man. Hope you're doing well. Guys, I just wanted to again implore you to please subscribe to the channel and like the videos. And you know what? I'll tell you one thing. I really do practice what I preach in terms of doing likewise to other channels. I have subscribed to an awful lot of channels that I enjoy, and I'm very conscious of supporting them even in that small way, because like just by liking the videos and you know watching them, like watching their videos and liking and hitting that like and subscribing to their channel too, you know. So if you like the content, man, please do subscribe and please don't forget to like. I'll be getting up into that more rarefied air up there where the algorithms favor the bold, I guess, or the the popular. I want to be one of the popular kids. Like, yeah, man. No, I just, you know what? Here's the thing. I'm gonna come clean, man. I just want to get more eyes on my work. And you know, show it to the people who like it, right? And I love that. I love doing that. I love that connection, right? So, you know, I do this art kind of in a specific way to speak to people who, you know, might dig like this traditional style, heavy metal-ish, you know, horror, EC Comics type art, you know. So yeah, like I'm very conscious of what, you know, what goes into that, you know, what pedigree of art goes into those magazines, right, and comics and stuff. So yeah, man. There, I think that one's probably done. It's probably done. And tomorrow I will be at the Crusoe Club. For anyone local to the area, I will be at the Crusoe Club. Come check out Gaia's Graveyard. Gaia's Graveyard. It will be a romp. It will be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. I love the Crusoe Club. Love Witches and Weirdos events. And love the folks that come to them. Come to it. Come say hi. And watch me draw. I'm going to be drawing Pokemon and probably some of the pinups too. All day long. All night long. All day long. And from 12 to 4, I believe. 12 to 4 at the Crusoe Club. I'm getting it right. I believe those are the coordinates of that event tomorrow. But yes, check it out for sure. I think it'll be a hoot, and I'm looking forward to it. So I think that one is done, guys. I really like this one. I'm just going to put my Rob Hancock on there. There. Yes, that's one big check. Speaking of Simpsons, I think I did over 140 Simpsons characters as zombies, all on the Patreon. So, man, almost every major and even peripheral character as zombies, man. I infected Springfield. It's over, man. They're all zombies now. So yeah, from the cat lady to Bart, Lisa, Marge, Homer, and all that, to like Principal Skinner, Willie, everybody, man, all the bullies, Wigwams. Yeah, so check it out. I think the only ones I kind of didn't do, except for the bigger ones, were like the celebrities. All the celebrities, like if they were a voice or whatever, like once. I didn't bother doing those, but like all the main The Simpsons cast of the entire show, Come to think of it, I think there's one guy I left out. Or maybe I did do him. Was it Claude? It was like Marge's bowling kind of affair episode, one of the first ones. Maybe I didn't do him. I should check. But yeah, all of them, man. Except for maybe that Cloud guy. And he was in more than one episode. That was another like deciding factor in me doing them. It was like they had to be in at least 2 episodes or something. I set the bar really low because I was like, no, I'll do them all. I don't care. That guy just don't care. He'll just do everything as a zombie. Yeah, so if you want to see those guys, check out the Patreon page, Zombie Daily. Oh my goodness, you'll see the entire... you'll see all of Springfield, basically, and more as zombies. Like, yeah. Shelbyville too, man. Hoot, 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 hoot. Yeah, they like to hoot, man. They like to hoot people. Oops. Sorry about that, guys. Check my 9 more. Yeah, doing some Vine work. You do some Vine work, son. There we go. Adding that in. And the vines are dry, so they have those sharp-ish kind of lines, right? To give that surface that sort of like, oh, it's dry and emaciated, There's still leaves growing on it, but yeah, it's like old grapevines, Again, touching those things and feeling those things really helps you draw those things. I have one. I've been trying to get rid of it, but I have one growing in my front yard, and I know what those. I know explicitly what those vines, those giant dry grapevines, feel like. So yeah, yeah, it helps in drawing those things. It really does. If you want to be an art person, if you want to be an artist, those are little tips. Okay. There we go. Guys, I'm going to call it a night by 11. So just to let you know, just to give you some foresight into that, I'll be calling it a night around 11. But thank you so much for tuning in and watching. I really appreciate it, guys. I hope you are entertained. I hope you're entertained. I really do. A little bit of the drawing business. A little bit of the drawing business here. Here is what we're doing. Zombie pinup divas, and what else was I doing? Oh yeah, that little thing called comic books is comics. And then I finished a zombie pinup diva earlier, like minutes ago. Yes. It's got those double buckle jean buckles. There. You want to, draw, what you know too, right? So, you've seen that, you've seen crotches before, haven't you? It's just something that you are familiar with, the jeans and how they rip, sort of, too. And how they have that white threading. Oh, guess who did that the best? Sam Keith. Holy crap, man. He drew all those gnarly, total spirally, Uzumaki friggin' rips, threads. Yeah, those Marvel Comics Presents covers of Wolverine, man. Holy crap. Yeah, Sam Keith went crazy on that stuff. Yeah. The Max, eh? That's crazy that he got a cartoon out of that. That's awesome. I would imagine. Maybe it was hell too. Who knows? You always hear stories about things like that. I know the internet. I know YouTube has got there's a couple of channels that have stories on Sam Keith and the Max and stuff, but I haven't seen them yet. So who knows? Maybe it was an awful experience and he hated it. I don't know. That's possible too. You always hear those stories, right? So we love the Max, but we want to change it like this, and this. We're going to make him a chef now. A chef in the Bowery. Yeah, he works at a soup kitchen. Have you thought of Dave Chappelle? Yeah, they put Dave Chappelle in there, man. What? Yeah, it's crazy, man. I don't know. I don't know if I would do that. Maybe. I don't know. Are you selling out, or are you buying in, or are you getting enough? Are you getting enough creative control to not turn your thing into a shadow of itself, or something completely different, to satisfy God knows how many parameters there are in the Hollywood process, right? Yeah, man. Yeah. You always hear like of these horror stories, where they take something and completely change it, and people disavow it and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. If someone were to say like, oh, we like Cape Fear, but we want to call it something else and change a bit of it, like, I don't know, man. The thing is, you know what? And here's the grand scheme of things too, and this is what I totally consider. If somebody said that, if somebody goes, yeah, we want to do Cape Fear, but we want to change the name and we want to blah blah blah, do this, that, the other thing, I would say, yeah, you know what? Sure, do it, because then it's not mine at all. And like me doing my own thing, like that's something else you bought off me. So cool. I still get to have Cape Fear because you've not only called it something else, but you've changed this, and this about it, and now you think it's perfect. Well, that's great. You can have it. Give me the money. I'll just do my own thing. Like, is that just a movie thing that people never think of? Because man, like, if that was the negotiation, I would be absolutely all for that, right? And the only reason why I even like think about like being a movie is because people have said to me, like, I've asked people if they've read it, and they're like, oh yeah, and you know what? And they say that it's it's very like a movie for a comic, and I'm like, oh wow. Yeah, and I've heard that many times. And again, I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true, because like, how would I know? You know what I mean? That it's like a movie, like reading a movie type of thing, or watching a movie because of the art, blah blah blah. So I'm like, wow, the fact that more than 4 or 5 people have said, 4 or 5, yeah, people have said that. Like unrelated people have said that. I'm like, oh wow, that's interesting. That's really, I mean, I like that. I like that feedback, and good that it does. Good that it feels like a movie, because then my art and kind of storytelling is successful, I think, But maybe they mean a bad movie. I don't know. It's like a bad movie. Yeah, I'm just trying to stay on the bright side, eh? Didn't say it was good. Just said it was like a movie. Wah, 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 wah. Of course, I always think of the worst thing first, eh? Cautious optimism is my religion. Cautious optimism, like ultra cautious. Yeah. So with this one, I think I was adding a little more like dirt and leaves and stuff in the hair. She was like she'd come out of the grave. And there was still like, deposits of earth and grime and stuff. Like, you could see that in the rips and tears and like some of the texture and that. But I'm not like really pouring it on to the point where, she's the Swamp Thing or anything. It's just like it's there, but it's not like overbearing, As I draw these big stiff protrusions. There. Yeah. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like and subscribe to the channel. Hope you like the video. Subscribe to the channel. You know what? I do the same for so many creators and stuff that I love. And you know what? It takes nothing. And I'm one of those practice what you preach type dudes, man. Like, I'm not gonna ask you to do it if I didn't do it myself. I just feel that way, because I know, doing things like that is like it's a bit of an imposition or whatever. It's like a thing you got to do. I totally get it, man. But it would really, really help. And with the subscription thing, man, all you got to do is hit it once, man, and you're good. You're good to go. But each video that you see, please like if you have the ability. Please, and if you remember, please like the video that you've watched, so it will help me make more. I can do more of these guys for you. Is all you draws as zombies? Yes. No, I draw many other things other than zombies, but zombies is my main jam, guys, as you probably well know by now. I've drawn more zombies than anyone on planet Earth. That's a big planet. The movie or the planet? It's the $1 million Broadway play. And you get to play the human. It's the role I was born to play, baby. Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas. The Simpsons. So quotable. So there we go with more foliage and a couple of more little details in there. I'm going to add some line. I'm going to add some lines in there to describe the hood a little better. There we go with the leaves, more leaves. There. Yeah, adding some nice, again, like these quick staccato type lines sort of feel like that wood surface, that sort of rough wood surface, right? So sometimes that line weight and width and execution really helps, indicate the textures and the characteristics of the surface of the thing that you are drawing. Yes. So there we go. Yeah, there, and some more. Sorry, I'm gonna get that into frame better. Like some more darkness under there, a little bit more, and leaves and detail. This is going to be the tree, so I'm gonna, because this grave marker thing is behind the tree. Yeah, behind the tree. But there we go. More leaves. Sorry, I gotta bring that down. There will be trees here. Whoops. There'll be trees here. And another tree there. And she's holding her hair. Did I just rhyme there? I think I just rhymed there. There we go. Yeah. So, she's got a big, long, flowing, dirty, filthy mane. Mangy mane. Yeah, with leaves in it and maybe a couple bugs. Yeah. Yeah, you can do that, right? You can do that because it's your art. You're drawing it, and, it just shows more character in the thing that you want to show character in, you know, like the hair. You want the hair to look filthy and dirty, and you know, oh, put some bugs in it or something, you know, a worm or grime or whatever. You know, that just adds more character to your subject. Yeah. Just checking the time there. Yeah, I've got to get up pretty early tomorrow and do the Guy's Graveyard Fair convention event. Man, I'm looking forward to that. I've got some Pokemons to draw, and I'm gonna do maybe even some more pinups there too. They're PG, so I can kind of do those there. But yeah, I think primarily I'm going to do those Pokemon. Maybe I'll bring the zombie pinup ones, but hopefully it will be so busy I won't be able to get anything done. Yeah. Either way, I'm going to end up doing them for you guys. If I end up doing a live stream, I'll be doing plenty of more Pokemon from the ground up for you guys to check out. So again, process stuff. Check out my other videos. They're full of valuable process stuff. I did Godzilla -1 as a zombie the other day from basically scratch to finished. So you can see how I did that. Check out the finished product on my Patreon Zombie Daily page. And yeah, you'll see it in all of its glory. It actually is awesome, man. I have to say, I really like it. I really like how it turned out. Like I said, on the Patreon page, it did really well too. But on DeviantArt, it got like, I don't know, 3,000 views and 65 favorites. So yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. Like in a day. Yeah, I think that was 2 days ago now. But yeah, that really a lot of people saw that, liked it, and it's not over. It's not over. Like there'll be plenty more that will like it on that DeviantArt page for sure, because they love kaiju there, man. They love kaiju, you know. And what's not to love? I love kaiju also. That's why I'm doing it. Like especially Godzilla, you know. Oh, and you know what? I think I'm gonna use my little chisel pen. Yeah, and it also is a Stadler. But I'm gonna use it to do the fills here in between the leaves. And hopefully that works out. As you can see me kind of doing it. Yeah, so if you want to check out more art, more traditional art, more zombie art, more Godzilla art, more nature art, whatever kind of art you want to see, check out my Patreon page. It is packed full of amazing art over the years. There is zombie art added there daily. There are hundreds of bonus posts. Yeah, what can I say? It is the place to be if you want to see like traditional art from all across pop culture, all across the pop culture landscape, and far beyond. Yeah, check out Zombie Daily, guys. It is my Patreon page. The link is in the description below, of course. Just click that link and be transported into a world of zombies and creative art. Yeah. And if you have the ways and means, if it's possible for you to do so, a $2 donation monthly to the Patreon page goes directly to buying me more art supplies so I can create more art for the page. So if you have the ways and means and could spare $2 a month to help support the Zombie Daily page and all the videos that you see too, it's all kind of connected, really, you know, like extra content and things. So yeah, all of the proceeds just go to more art supplies that can carry on the Zombie Daily page, which I have for about 16 years. So yeah, if you could help, that would be awesome. That would be so awesome. I'd really appreciate it. And man, just check out the page itself. Check out the page. It's the link is down in that description in the beneath the video there. You just click that link and you'll see all the incredible zombie art that I've done over the years and every day, as you see here. And don't forget to check out zombie portraits. That is a must see. That site is always evolving for the best, and man, like there's new art on there every single day. Make sure to post all the new work on there every single day. There are hundreds of posts on there right now for you to check out in the blog section. But order yourself a zombie portrait, guys. Yeah. Order yourself a zombie portrait. It's original art. It's personal art. It's a gift. It's a wonderful, if you will, novelty. But man, it goes far beyond just that. In just being an original piece of art done by the hand of a human being, which is not going to be long for this world, I think. So, I mean, in general, artists in general will not, be a part of this thing anymore. One day. So yeah, get that original art, man. So like I said the other day, a Detective Comics cover original went for $288,000. So yeah, so you can look that up. I think it was Detective 668, number 668. I think. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the number, and it went for it was sold for $288,000 some odd dollars. Yeah, the original art. So if you need a little bit of proof of art being worth money, yeah, check that out. Do the research, if you will. I'm not kidding, man. Yeah, and the way the AI stuff is happening, like having original art is going to be a huge thing, because there won't be any of it. It's going to be just like land. There won't be any more of it, And the stuff that's, bought is bought. It's like, it's a collectible. It's like a commodity almost. It's going to be like that, man. I can see that happening, And I don't do a lot of that kind of, trying to foretell how the future or anything like that stuff, markets or anything like that. But that I really feel strongly about. I think it really will, like original art will really be worth a lot of money. So invest in it now. That I can see coming. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a big one, I think. So this is I'm doing kind of like the David Finch, little tiny feather lines on those vertical lines of the neck, as you can see. Like he kind of, that's kind of like a David Finch. Who else? Steve McNiven. They kind of do that. Who's the other guy? Stephen Platt. Stephen Platt was another guy. Kind of did that kind of thing. Love those guys. Love those guys. That's why I'm using it. That's kind of why I'm using that language that visual language to describe that. I want it to kind of have that feel, right? So yeah, like all of those things are pretty much thought out, beforehand, and then you kind of embellish them as you go and go, oh, you know what? I think that would look good there. You've seen it so many times, you know what it does, you know what kind of effect it has, because of experience, right? Because of visual experience and just, drawing so much, right? You want to get to that point where you're drawing so much, right? So, I hope you do. I hope you do. Because it's a lot of fun. Yeah, there we go. Little details here and there, and I think that's about it. I think we got another one done. I think we've done another one. I've gone and done it again. There we go. 2025. There we go. 2025's is. All right. There. Do I want to erase stuff? Maybe I will. But again, like I kind of like having those lines, those construction lines there a little bit. I really do, and I think that's what kind of sets my art apart from other even artists. Like it's seeing those construction lines almost, and where most people would really get rid of them, erase them and stuff. I don't mind showing them. I don't mind showing that roughness, Yeah. Oops. That's more of this. Yeah. There we go. There. Oh, it's Godzilla. Oh no, it's Godzilla. Man, I just subscribed to a new Godzilla channel guy, D-Man 57, I think it is, or G-Man, or I can't remember the name of him, but yeah, like it's a Godzilla news kind of channel, and like he's a fan, and he's a real person, and all that. So it's like, yeah, and he's like this super young kid, man. But yeah, I'll watch some Godzilla news. They talked about Shin Godzilla 2 being a thing, or like actually being a thing, because yes, I heard that it was never going to be a thing, and then maybe it might be a thing, but now it's like, oh yeah, they were talking about it kind of being a thing, Sorry guys, I'm just going to do a couple of more little lines here and there. Yeah, there. Okay, that's the chair making those noises. Yeah. There. I've had this chair and this table for probably 40 years. Yeah, it's not ergonomically adjusted at all. I'm sitting on basically a board. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Old school, baby. Old school. Yeah. Really? You don't say. Yeah, man. I mean, it hasn't broken yet. I'll get rid of it when it breaks. I'll get something new when it breaks, man. I've kind of melded into the chair. I'm part chair, part human, man. Yeah. But you know what, guys? Yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. I've got oh geez, I got wow, two more zombie pinup divas to do, plus this one, and we finished two. We did a bunch of comic stuff. If you're just tuning in and you're like, oh man, I missed all the comic, check out the video afterwards, and watch it. Yeah, so feel free to do that and check out the comic book page stuff that I was doing. You know what? I'm just gonna do one thing. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna show you guys one thing, because I said I would do this, and if anyone was like, "Oh, I wish you would have done that," I just wanted to show you the. You know what? It doesn't even matter which one I show you, but I just want to kind of show you the visual style of this. Okay, so basically we have the action starting there. Okay, the arm going through the window with the rock, like him looking down, and then him going down, and then him down, right? And then, okay, it looks like he's moving in this direction, and then we actually see him moving towards an area. So all of this is kind of like even the sort of angle of this hand goes with the angle of this sequence of actions. Okay, and these actions, by the way, are going down in a, as you can see, they're going down in height on the page too, which draws the eye down. So it actually kind of tells that story visually, right? So again, like these are sort of conscious things that I think about when doing the comic, like when doing sequential art. And again, the bottom thing, like this little shadow here is actually pointing in this direction, so it's leading your eye in this direction, just like the creature itself, right? And then we change the perspective and we're behind, and now we see, oh, he's going in, and he's like, he's going to be kind of looking around, like, oh, he's stomping in there, he's entering. So again, like these are conscious things. Even the angle here too. The angle here is leading you off the page to turn the page. Okay, so like there are psychological sort of like artistic design things that lead you around to tell the story better. Again, that's did I read about it? Is it through osmosis? Because I've read so many comics? Probably. Do I just know how to tell stories? I don't know. I don't know how you get that. I do enjoy telling stories. Maybe it's like a combination of all those things. But like telling a story and telling a story succinctly and clearly are very different, right? Because you can tell a story, but it could have a billion plot holes. It could have a billion, like it could have so many things that sort of don't direct the audience into the places that you want them to be directed into, especially with the visual angle, like the comic book thing. So you kind of have to know that stuff a bit. And I was always afraid that I just didn't know a lot about comics, about how to tell stories. So I was like really scared to do comics, right? Because I didn't think I could tell the story well enough or clear enough. But it turns out, like a lot of the comic stuff I've done is well received. So Cape Fear 2. But guys, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. There are the two zombie pinup divas that we've completed this evening. I think they look great. They'll be hitting Zombie Daily soon. That is my Patreon page. That Zombie Daily. Oh boy, I'm getting up now. Zombie Daily. That's my Patreon page, guys. Check that out. The link is in the description below. I'm going to be doing these Pokemon at the Crusoe Club tomorrow for the Witches and Weirdos event, Gaia's Graveyard. So check that out. I'll be there. And Candy B Square. So until next time, guys, thanks again for all of your views and likes and subscriptions. I will see you again very soon. Best wishes.